Hey everyone, this is Jane with Barlow Herbal, and in this video I'm going to share some information with you about a beautiful rainforest plant called Pau d'Arco. This is also known as lapicho or tahibo, and it grows traditionally in the Amazon rainforest and also in parts of Central and South America. Very similar to the cat's claw plant. Now you can definitely grow this in hothouses if you can get the right temperature as far as humidity and heat. This is also one of those plants that like and thrive in temperatures over 60 degrees. So if this is something that you are considering or maybe you've tried, this is actually a really beautiful plant that has a long, rich history in indigenous people in the areas where it grows, but also because of how well it's been studied and researched, the properties are amazing, and it's actually a very easy to get plant as far as in a supplement form. So the information that I'm going to share with you in this video is not meant to be medical advice. Pau d'Arco is something that I've been personally using for many, many years. I love it in a tea form, but I also love the tincture. You can take a quick little shot of a tincture, drink it down, you get all the amazing benefits of Pau d'Arco. So this is based on my own research, my own experience, and is my own opinion. So this is not meant to be medical advice. Please know that this is meant for your entertainment and education only. So here's the thing about Pau d'Arco that I probably love the most. It has a lot of antimicrobial properties, antiviral, antibacterial, but what I love the most about it is how powerful it is for candida. And as many of us know, sugar is a real issue in our modern world. There's access to it absolutely everywhere. And when we get a candida overgrowth, we get yeast overgrowth. Normally we have yeast in our body. We have different funguses and viruses and bacteria that just live there normally. But when they get out of control, especially something like a candida overgrowth, it can really wreak havoc on our energy levels, our digestion, the way we feel. And it's just not a healthy environment for your body to be in. So one of the most beautiful reasons that I have added Pau d'Arco into my routine on a pretty regular basis is because of the candida thing, is to help keep that in control, especially if I might have a piece of birthday cake or I indulge in something that has more sugar than I would like to eat. And even things, natural things that will turn into sugar in your body, like corn on the cob or corn. Things like bread or pasta, things that we eat that can turn into sugar, will wreak a little bit of havoc on that balance of yeast, candida, whatever. So that's one of my favorite things about Pau d'Arco is it contains powerful anti-candida properties. It's also amazing for your digestive system and your immune system. It's also really good in the digestive system for your intestinal tract. Again, similar to the cat's claw. Interesting, they both grow in that part of the world. It's also good for inflammation, so it's got powerful anti-inflammatory properties. And although more research needs to be done in this area, cancer, it has shown a lot of promise in different cancer protocols due to all of the properties, the antioxidants, the anti-inflammatory properties, the digestion, the immune system, all the things that it does for the human body, especially when the body's trying to fight off cancer. So although more research needs to be done in that area, Pau d'Arco is showing extreme promise in that area. Now, Pau d'Arco has been used by the indigenous people in Central and South America and the Amazon rainforest for literally centuries, thousands of years. If you do any type of research, it's really beautiful because they not only use it for the things that it does for the physical body, but they use it in ceremonial and spiritual uses too. So you can actually, what they do is they'll take in a meditation or a prayer, even in a single setting with one person or even in a group setting, they will make smudges out of it where they'll literally take the inner bark, so it's the inner bark of the Pau d'Arco vine, the tree, and they very carefully take just the right amount, so it's harvested with respect for the plant so that it can grow back and it can continue to thrive. But they'll make a smudge out of it, and we'll actually use it in a ceremonial context to smudge and clear the different chakras. If someone has a blocked throat chakra or heart chakra or third eye chakra or crown, there's a long history in this beautiful plant being used for different ceremonial uses. And they'll even brew it into a tea and drink it during meditations, during prayer, during special things that happen in these different indigenous cultures. So I would say that if this is something that piques your interest, I would definitely do some research. Take a look at adding Pau de Arco into your cupboard, having access to. I will tell you, like I said at the beginning, my favorite way to take Pau de Arco is in a tea. And the tea it's got this woodsy, delicious, musky type of a taste to it. I don't add any sweeteners or any sugar or anything to any of the herbal teas that I take, and this is just a personal preference, mostly because, first of all, I'm not only used to that, but I love tasting the different flavors and the different amazing gifts that Mother Nature has given us based on how they naturally taste. I can literally tell you chamomile. I can tell you what the Pau de Arco or dandelion root or lemongrass tea. So all of these teas, if you're a tea drinker or maybe you want to become a tea drinker, this would be something that I would highly, highly suggest that you add into your rotation of teas, because it's so beneficial. There's so many properties. And also it's available in a tincture or even capsules. In fact, one of the things that I kind of forgot to mention is that in traditional uses, they would actually take the bark, grind it up into a powder, and mix it in with oil and sometimes water, and they would make a paste out of it, and they would put it on a skin wound or a skin infection, and it would actually help to heal whatever was going on with an infection or a wound. So this is just one of those gifts from Mother Nature that I think would benefit any of us to have in our cupboard in tincture form, especially because the shelf life is so long with a tincture, and to also possibly put the tea into your tea rotation. So I would love to hear what you think about Pau de Arco. Maybe this is something you've been using for a long time, like I have. Especially if you're a tea drinker, it's gonna come into your rotation, other than just the normal things that we see in the store. Like chamomile is a very, very easy to get tea. It's everywhere. It's known because it can help you sleep and all of that. But Pau de Arco tea is not usually something that people see at the forefront of the tea aisle, because it's typically not available. You have to kind of go searching a little deeper for it. In fact, I will put a link below this video to my favorite source for Pau de Arco tea. I buy it in bulk, and they're organic tea bags, and it's just a lovely way to sip on tea, know there's a beautiful deep meaning behind the traditions of people who've been using it. And this is one of the things that I will sip on when I'm having my morning meditation, because I know the history of it, and I know all of the health benefits that come along with adding the beautiful Pau de Arco herb into your supplement routine. So thanks for tuning in, guys. I'd love to know what you think about this plant. If there's something I left out, which I know there's a lot of things that people have experienced, and I also know that there's a deep, rich history that many people have researched and are using it for. If there's anything I left out, I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on this. So thanks for tuning in, guys, and we'll see you next time.